بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والحمد لله رب العالمين وسبحان الله والله أكبر والله العلي العظيم والصلاة والسلام على محمد خاتم النبيين. At one point or another, most of us have heard or most of us should have heard either, the teachings of the Prophet ﷺ, that if you want to see an example of a community of believers, مثل المؤمنين الصيغة العربية first في توادهم وتراحمهم وتعاطفهم مثل الجسد إذا اشتكى منه عضو تداعى له سائر الجسد بالسهر والحمى. That it's as if they are one body, so unified by that fundamental relationship of that fundamental relationship of peace for one another, for passion for one another, for tranquility and love for one another, that it's as if it's one body, and if one part of the body is not feeling well, the rest of the body is in a state of anguish. It's a powerful metaphorical way of seeing the idea of not political unity. I mean, that's a separate matter. But with the very basic of the idea of what faith does to humanity and to believers and to a community of believers. If you exist, each is an island, then the question of a community and the question of Iman, if individuals exist as if islands, needs to be revisited. But, and here I'll be the last point, and I'll leave you with, we know that God's love is reciprocated, and we are all familiar with the numerous traditions that emphasize that if you take one step towards God, God takes 10 steps towards you. If you walk towards God, God will hurl towards you. But the ultimate is when your love for Allah allows the attributes of divinity to permeate, attributes of divinity in all its passion and love and mercy, and its dislike of injustice and love for justice, and its dislike of broken promises, and its love for observing and respecting your promises and your words, and its love of cleanliness and purity, and its dislike of the opposite of cleanliness and purity. It all becomes integral and permeates yourself until it becomes an integral part of you. And so the Prophet ﷺ teaches us, إذا أحببت العبد كنت سمعه الذي يسمع به وبصره الذي يبصر به ويده التي يبطش بها ورجله التي يمشي بها وإن سألني شيء لأعطيته ولئن استعاذني لأعزته, or in some versions لأعوذه. That once God truly loves a person, it is not simply a relationship in which the person is simply allowed, like a spoiled child, to go do whatever they want, and then God says, well, no matter what, I forgive you. That's sort of the love of a parent who's spoiling their children. But when God's love embraces you, you become a person of godliness. As the hadith says, that God's love becomes as if you see with God's eyes, your hands moves with God's power in them, your legs work with God's power in them, as if God is the very life and soul and embodiment and spirit in these legs. And if you ask, you will find your prayers answered. If you request help, you will find God by your side. That state of iman, that state of faith and love and reciprocity of love, for all those who have reached it will readily attest to it. And every one of us at some point or another knows a mother or a father or a grandfather or grandparent who exactly fit this description. This person who was so in sync with God that you would go to them and say, please give me your dua, because I know if you do the dua for me, it will work. And all of us have had that experience at one time or another in our lives, if we were blessed with the presence of such a person in our lives. Allahumma ighfir lana, Allahumma afu anna, Allahumma hdina wa aslih ahwalana, Allahumma maj'alna natahabbab feek, Allahumma maj'alna nataraham bik, Allahumma allimna al-ra'fa wal-lutf ma'a ba'dina al-ba'd, وانصر الإسلام وأعز ديار المسلمين يا رب العالمين، يا غفار يا قهار يا وهاب. تقبل منا وصل وسلم وبارك على محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه ومن اتبعه بإحسان إلى يوم الدين. وقم الصلاة.